Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the bantamweight bout between Petr versus Merab Dvalishvili. So how I see this one right here, I'm going low confidence Merab Dvalishvili to beat Petr. With this one, I feel like Petr's definitely looking into this camp to prepare for Petr. Prepare for Merab, and I hear that he's bringing in Dagestani, bringing this, bringing that, but I don't think it's gonna quite be enough. I feel like the bigger advantage that Merab had that Petr doesn't have is that he has he trains with Aljo, Aljo who's 2-0 versus Petr. Then another thing, like he has trained with him, he probably has done some drills with him. He probably did this stuff, so he has had the ability, the chance to really get to study Petr and step into the body of Petr and do everything and see tape and see his opponent go out there and be successful twice. Yes, the first one is this and that, but a win's a win. Second one, I feel Aljo won clear, and I feel like Merab could implement a similar game plan. He's not as funky, he's not as clean in the BJJ is Aljo, but Merab can wrestle, I feel, much longer than Aljo. He has much better cardio, much better pacing than Aljo, and he could implement a similar game plan. It's going to be his own game plan to the extent, but it's not going to be too far from the source material. Like it's still going to be about wrestling heavy, chain wrestling, and putting a pace on it, and probably disguising your takedowns behind strikes. And Petr, despite doing that, I feel like he's still going to have the same flaws. He does still love that high guard, and it's not a boxing matchup. He still loves that slow pace. Like I said, if he was gonna make this miraculous change, it would have already happened. He still would takes a round off, at least one round per here fight, most times the first round. And I thought Merab was still that round, just off Petr doing his data gathering in that first round. Like I say, if he could probably mix it up, probably even get off, like, you're not going to most cleanest, most technical strikes, but just throwing something out there. And Petr probably catching on the high guard, probably defending it, probably rolling with it a little bit. Just mixing it, probably attempted a couple takedowns, probably marginal success with it, but getting the feel for Petr as he's getting the feel for you. Whereas Petr, most of his feel is like this feeling, and your feeling is you touching him, you going for takedowns and scoring points and taking, getting points for the takedown, or taking time off the clock, or at least control time for attempting takedown. Where Petr probably doing weak jabs out there, weak shots out there, filler shots out there, and really, like I said, really pulling on a lot of shots in that first round, because he feel like, I guess he don't have the range he wants, or he don't have this yet. So his shots are a lot of almost cruise control in that first round. And he's not really committing a shot. Again, a guy who fighting like he's in a boxing match and has 12 rounds. So in later rounds, you start to slow down. He sees your stuff. He started to counter you, started to walk you down, pepper you with a jab. He knows what you're going to do. He knows how you're going to think and process. But this is MMA. You got 5 rounds. So one round, you already won 1/3 of the rounds you need to win if you don't get stopped or dropped or something like that. So it's not the smartest thing to do versus like boxing, you got 12 rounds, 1 of 12. That's not a whole lot to give up. Or 2 of 12 ain't a whole lot to give up. But 1 of 5 or 1 of 3, that's really not the smartest thing. And then, like, matter of fact, if it was a 3-round fight, 1 of 3, you giving up 1 of 3. So all they need is one more round to win. And they go out there and probably throw a bunch of flurries, attempt a bunch of takedowns on you, just avoid getting caught with no big shot. And all of a sudden they win. They could just get on that bike and win just give up the 3rd round, they beat you or something. Or I don't know, try to just wall and stall you in 3rd round. Like, it's not the smartest approach to be that passive at times, that calculative in the fights. But yeah, I like the fact that Merab Dvalishvili has been with Aljo, who has beaten Petr twice, been there twice, beat him twice. I like the fact that Dvalishvili can put up a pace, and probably one of the most insane. Matter of fact, he has the most insane cardio, especially wrestling cardio specifically, I have ever seen in MMA, ever. Like, I seen Prime, I seen Kobe, I seen Usman, I seen Prime play Guida, I seen Frankie Edgar, I seen a lot of people that have crazy wrestle cardio, and no one has been insane as Merab Dvalishvili. That man's wrestling cardio is insane. So he can look to wrestle you all day long. And if you saw the fact that Aljo was able to have success, we got like 3 takedowns out of 20 or something like that, Rob will be more than happy for 1 of 20. And he will go for 60 takedowns. That man has insane cardio, and I believe he could do it. And I see him go for a lot of takedowns, get them defended and shut down perfectly, and then be right back on there. Where I feel like most guys, after one or 2 perfect defenses, like really most times 1 perfect defense, they shut down and stop going for takedowns for the whole round. A lot of times, older guys like 35 or whatever, go for 1 takedown, shut down perfectly, and they not going for no takedown the rest of the fight. But like I said, even the more exceptional guys get shut down 2-3 times, they done for the round or they done for the fight. So the fact the guy can get shut down that many times, still keep going, relentless. That's why I call him the machine. I would have to say, to this date, from what I've seen, You guys maybe throw another name out there. I don't think no one has shown more crazy wrestling card. You can say no Khabib about it. Try to throw Khabib out there, but you would be flat out wrong. Khabib is not that phenomenal wrestling cardio fighter. He's very good at control, very good at technique. He's very like got the technique down, and he makes you work. He makes you carry work. He makes you work. But he's not a guy that's going to go out there chain red wrestle. I mean, he did do that against Trujillo way back in the day, but it was like the takedowns weren't defended. He was just getting them every single time. In this case, oh, God defended my takedown perfectly, and I got to do this out of struggle. I put energy into it, and I'm not getting a takedown. I got to really shoot, reshoot. It was like I got every single takedown I shot for, basically. So it's not the same thing because it's much harder to keep wrestling after you keep getting denied. Like you keep going, that's like you're trying to keep shooting 3-pointers and you keep missing. Like you're going to get demoralized, but it's even more arrest because you actually extending a whole lot of energy. And the fact that it gets shut down perfectly, that could be demoralized. Like you already giving a lot of energy, then you've been demoralized. And yeah, not a 3-point is comparable because you just a little bit of energy like that versus all the energy full body workout. But yeah, I feel to sum this up before I just start dragging this video out, I just feel like Merab's gonna be able to take advantage of the fact that Petr does love to fall into that high guard a lot, or he like to throw a high guard a lot. I felt Merab has been showing an improvement in his striking, so I feel like he better make some combinations better and then get that reaction out of him and go for takedowns. When we have seen much lower level guys get deep on Petr, like a lot of them get deep on him, but he's been able to post to get out of it. But Merab is a much higher level wrestler than a lot of guys he's fought, and his pace is the most insane I have ever seen. So I feel like Merab is going to be able to put a pace on him. Probably steal that first round just off pace alone. And Jan not really been acting around. I feel like Jan will make good adjustments in the fight, but I feel like Merab will make adjustments as well. And I just feel like he'll be a relentless, but I think this will be a very competitive fight. But I think Merab Dvalishvili ultimately will outwork Petr and take advantage of maybe some of his defensive tendencies to beat him to a decision. So in this one, I have Merab Dvalishvili via decision.